Morning, ladies and good afternoon. Actually, I left in the morning. That's why. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is a series of our Master Forum. This is the fourth time we have this year for this continuous program we had in the big name called SHS, Society, Humanity, and Science. And before we started, let me introduce our guest today. I think in addition to our honorable speaker today, I want to first introduce Professor Chen Zhuting. He is the PI of SHS. With his effort, we have all the program together. I am responsible for the Master Academy, which is an annual week-long summer camp in Hualien, as well as this forum. We have this every year. But in the SHS, we know they have also other programs in the curriculum, in the so-called digital storage and the platforms, and also the main office also a program to culture or cultivate or culture few professors, teachers. In the term we try to promote called transdisciplinary education. I think we all know this is not not an easy task, because to change the mindset of the education, it's a big engineering process, and it takes time. For this forum, this is the fourth one of the forum. We have chosen topic. The first one, we identify 3 keywords for the 21st century. We identify it is creativity, innovation, and the sustainability, which is the important keywords in the 21st century. In the second year, we converge into globalization, which is what we need. So every country, people live in their own places. You look at the global issue, maybe you realize the solution locally. That's globalization. In the meantime, we introduce different methodology. For example, design thinking. For example, problem-based solving technique in the camp. And this year is the 4th year. We further converge. So we chose 3 concepts, which is tradition, innovation, and creativity, which is the entrepreneurship. So these are the main purpose of this forum this year. We try to encourage young generation to go from tradition, use your innovation, and to start your own future, which we term it as entrepreneurship. I think this is the goal of our conversation and our dialogue here. And tomorrow there will be another same forum in Donghua with a lot of local artists together. And Professor Wang will start an international folk art festival in Hualien. We will start something from the origin. So this is the main theme of this year. Let me introduce you Judith Espinal, and she will be our one of the speakers today. And Edric Hong. He's from Judith is from Santa Fe, New Mexico, USA. She has a tremendous experience in studying the international folk art market in Santa Fe, and it was a marvelous achievement for indigenous artists and the folk art in the state. I'm sure later we'll have more introduction. Then Edric Hong is from Malaysia, and he has been an architect for 30 years, but he had devoted himself to promote the Malaysian culture-based art form and the innovation into business and into for the youngsters' future. They both are very active in UNESCO and globally. So they are the typical example of so-called globalization. The global issue, they brought it back to the country and then realized locally. This is what we are hoping to build a bridge for our young young generation. So, and then last I will introduce the host of this forum today, Professor Yu Yao Wan. She's now the, I know her very well. She's now the director, chairperson of, we have a very unique department called Department of Arts and Creative Industry. And this is very unique in Taiwan. And we have art department, we have industry, we have business school, but there's not something in between like this. So this is a very unique department in our university, Donghua University. Started 5 years ago and built by Professor Wan. And the purpose of that department is to engage young people, engage in the arts and creative type of industry, what we call 文创事业 or 艺创事业 in Taiwan. So it's been and that department is the hardest one to get in. The acceptance rate is like a few percent. It's a pride of Donghua University. Finally, I am嘉良Chen. I'm Vice President of National Donghua University. Humbly be your host also today. And I hope we have a very nice discussion today. So I will hand over my microphone to Professor Wan so she could have more detail in this introduction for the two speakers here.
Thank you very much.